Let me ask you something for a moment. Have you ever seen a woman walk into a room, and suddenly the atmosphere just shifts? She's not the loudest person there. She's not trying to show off. Yet somehow, people notice her, especially men. Conversations slow down, eyes naturally move in her direction, and there's this quiet curiosity about her. What's even more interesting is that many times, this woman isn't the youngest in the room. In fact, she's often an older woman who simply understands something powerful about attraction. You see, most people think attraction is all about youth, perfect looks, or trying hard to impress. But the truth is, men often respond much more strongly to something deeper: confidence, emotional intelligence, a calm, playful energy that shows a woman truly knows herself. And this is exactly where many older women have a huge advantage. They've lived life. They've learned what works and what doesn't. They don't waste time chasing attention or pretending to be someone they're not. Instead, they carry themselves with a natural charm that feels real and refreshing. And when a man feels that kind of energy, it creates a powerful effect. It sparks curiosity. It makes him want to understand her, talk to her, and spend more time around her. What's fascinating is that many men secretly admit this. There are certain small things older women do, simple behaviors, small moments, the way they talk, the way they smile, that can drive men completely crazy in the best possible way. So in this video, we're going to explore 5 powerful things older women often do that men absolutely love. These are not tricks or games. These are natural qualities that create real attraction. And once you understand them, you might realize something surprising. Sometimes maturity isn't a disadvantage at all. In fact, it can be the very thing that makes a woman unforgettable. One of the most powerful things that makes older women incredibly attractive to men is simple, but very rare, real confidence. Not loud confidence, not showing off, and not trying to prove something. It's the quiet kind of confidence that comes from knowing who you are and being comfortable with it. When a woman reaches a certain level of maturity, she usually stops worrying so much about what everyone else thinks. She understands her strengths, she accepts her flaws, and she no longer feels the need to compete with every woman around her. This calm self-assurance creates a very strong presence, and men notice it almost immediately. You see, many younger women often feel pressure to impress. They might try too hard to look perfect, say the right things, or constantly check if a man likes them. But an older woman who owns her confidence doesn't do that. She speaks naturally, she laughs freely, and she doesn't rush to fill every silence just to keep someone interested. That relaxed energy actually makes a man feel more curious about her. Instead of feeling like he is being chased or pressured, he feels like he wants to move closer and understand her more. Another powerful part of this confidence is how she carries herself. Her body language is calm. She maintains eye contact without being nervous. She listens carefully instead of trying to impress with every sentence. Even small things like the way she smiles or the way she responds in a conversation can show that she is secure in herself. And when a man feels that stability, it creates a sense of comfort and attraction at the same time. Confidence signals that she knows her value, and when someone knows their value, people naturally treat them with more respect. What really drives men crazy in a good way is that this confidence creates a bit of mystery. Because she isn't trying to win his approval, she isn't acting desperate for attention. Instead, she behaves like someone who already has a full and interesting life. And when a man senses that, his mindset changes. Instead of asking himself, "Does she like me?" he starts wondering, "How can I impress her?" That shift is powerful. It makes the interaction feel exciting rather than predictable. A confident woman feels like a challenge in the best possible way, not because she is playing games, but because she respects herself enough to never lower her standards. At the end of the day, real confidence is attractive because it's rare and genuine. It shows a woman who is comfortable with her experiences, her personality, and her place in the world. And for many men, that kind of calm, self-assured energy is far more captivating than someone who is constantly trying to prove their worth. Another thing that makes older women incredibly attractive to men is their ability to keep a little mystery alive. They understand that attraction is not about revealing everything at once. Instead, they allow conversations and connections to unfold naturally. This creates curiosity, and curiosity is one of the strongest forces behind attraction. When people first meet someone, there is always a natural excitement in discovering who that person is. But sometimes that excitement disappears quickly if everything is shared too fast. Older women usually understand this balance very well. They talk openly, but they don't feel the need to explain every detail of their life immediately. They share just enough to keep the conversation interesting, while leaving room for more discovery later. This doesn't mean they are hiding things or playing games. It simply means they allow space for curiosity. For example, during a conversation, instead of trying to impress a man with long explanations or trying too hard to prove how interesting they are, they keep things relaxed. They might answer a question with a small smile and a short response that makes him want to ask more. Sometimes it's the way they pause, the way they change the topic playfully, or the way they respond with a little humor that keeps the conversation alive. Men often find this very exciting, because it makes the interaction feel fresh and engaging. When a man feels like he is slowly discovering different sides of a woman, it keeps his interest growing over time. He starts wondering what else he might learn about her. That curiosity naturally pulls him closer. Another important part of this playful mystery is emotional control. Older women usually don't rush to show all their feelings immediately. They take their time to understand a situation before reacting. This calm approach makes them appear more composed and intriguing. Instead of dramatic reactions or overthinking every small moment, they bring a steady and relaxed energy into the interaction. This kind of presence can be very attractive because it feels balanced. A man doesn't feel pressure or confusion. Instead, he feels like he is part of an interesting journey where every conversation reveals something new. Playful mystery also shows confidence. It sends the message that the woman doesn't need to prove herself or rush the process. She is comfortable letting things develop naturally. That patience often makes her stand out, because many people today move too quickly in relationships and conversations. In the end, the ability to keep a little mystery alive creates excitement and curiosity at the same time. It keeps the connection interesting and prevents things from becoming predictable. And when a man feels that sense of discovery around a woman, it often makes him even more eager to spend time with her and learn more about the person she truly is. One of the most powerful qualities older women often have is that they don't chase attention. They don't feel the need to constantly prove their worth or seek validation from every man they meet. This mindset is incredibly attractive because it shows emotional maturity and self-respect. When a woman is comfortable with herself, she doesn't depend on outside approval to feel confident. She already knows her value, and that quiet confidence naturally changes the way people see her. Many younger women sometimes fall into the habit of trying too hard to keep someone's attention. They might overthink every message, worry about saying the perfect thing, or feel anxious if a man doesn't respond quickly. But an older woman usually understands something important. Real attraction cannot be forced. If someone is interested, they will show it. And if they're not, there is no reason to chase them. Because of this understanding, she behaves differently. She focuses on her own life, her passions, and the things that bring her happiness. She has her own interests, her own routines, and her own priorities. A man becomes a part of her life, but he is not the center of her entire world. This independence is very appealing, because it shows that she has a balanced and fulfilling life. When a woman doesn't chase attention, something interesting happens. Instead of feeling pressured, men often feel more curious about her. They begin to notice that she isn't trying to impress everyone. She isn't competing for approval. She simply lives her life with calm confidence. And that kind of energy stands out in a world where many people are constantly seeking attention. This behavior also creates a healthy dynamic in relationships. When a woman respects her own time and energy, she naturally sets boundaries. She doesn't tolerate disrespect, and she doesn't settle for less than she deserves. Men can sense this, and it often makes them treat her with more care and appreciation. Respect becomes the foundation of the interaction. Another reason this quality is so attractive is that it makes her attention feel special. If someone is constantly giving attention to everyone around them, it loses its value. But when a woman is selective with her time and energy, her attention becomes meaningful. When she chooses to give someone her focus, it feels genuine rather than forced. In many ways, this calm independence creates a powerful attraction. It shows a woman who is emotionally strong and comfortable with herself. She doesn't need constant reassurance because she already understands her worth. And for many men, that kind of self-assured energy is extremely captivating. Instead of feeling like they are being chased, they feel inspired to step forward and earn her attention. That shift in energy can completely change the way a connection develops, often making it deeper, more respectful, and far more exciting. Another thing that makes older women incredibly attractive to men is their ability to create a real emotional connection. With time and life experience, many women develop a deeper understanding of people and relationships. They learn how to listen, how to communicate clearly, and how to make someone feel comfortable opening up. This ability is very powerful because, while attraction may start with physical interest, what truly keeps someone connected is emotional understanding. When a woman knows how to connect emotionally, conversations feel different. Instead of being shallow or forced, they become meaningful and engaging. She listens carefully when a man speaks. She pays attention to what he says and how he feels, rather than simply waiting for her turn to talk. This kind of listening makes a man feel respected and valued. It shows that his thoughts and experiences matter. Many men rarely experience this level of attention in everyday life. People are often busy, distracted, or focused on themselves. So when a woman genuinely listens and responds with understanding, it creates a sense of comfort that is very attractive. A man begins to feel relaxed around her because he knows he can be himself without feeling judged or misunderstood. Older women also tend to be better at expressing their own thoughts and feelings in a calm and balanced way. Instead of reacting emotionally to every small situation, they often take a moment to understand what's happening before responding. This emotional maturity helps conversations stay positive and meaningful. It avoids unnecessary drama and creates a peaceful atmosphere in the relationship. Another powerful part of emotional connection is empathy. Older women often understand that everyone has challenges, insecurities, and past experiences that shape who they are. Because of this awareness, they approach conversations with patience and kindness. When a man feels that someone truly understands him, he naturally feels closer to that person. This type of connection also builds trust. Trust grows when people feel heard, respected, and emotionally safe. When a woman creates that environment, a man feels comfortable sharing more about his life, his dreams, and even his worries. Over time, this deepens the bond between them in a way that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. What makes this especially attractive is that it feels genuine. It's not about impressing someone or trying to create a perfect image. It's about real communication and mutual understanding. And when two people feel emotionally connected, their relationship becomes stronger and more meaningful. In the end, emotional connection is one of the most important parts of attraction. Physical attraction may capture attention at first, but emotional understanding keeps people interested for the long term. Older women often bring this emotional depth naturally, and that ability to truly connect is something many men find incredibly appealing and unforgettable. The final thing that often makes older women incredibly attractive to men is that they fully embrace their feminine energy. Over time, many women reach a point where they stop trying to be someone else and start feeling comfortable with who they truly are. They accept their personality, their experiences, and the way they naturally express themselves. This authenticity creates a warm and inviting presence that many men find very appealing. When a woman embraces her feminine energy, it shows in the way she carries herself. She doesn't feel the need to compete with everyone around her or prove that she is better than others. Instead, she focuses on being graceful, kind, and confident in her own unique way. Her energy feels calm and balanced rather than forced or overly dramatic. This natural presence can make interactions feel easy and enjoyable. Feminine energy is not about following strict rules or acting in a certain way. It's more about expressing warmth, empathy, and emotional openness. Older women often become more comfortable expressing these qualities because they have already experienced different phases of life. They know that being authentic is much more powerful than pretending to fit into someone else's expectations. Another important part of this energy is self-acceptance. Instead of constantly worrying about small imperfections, older women often learn to appreciate what makes them unique. They understand that confidence and personality are far more attractive than trying to achieve unrealistic standards. When a woman accepts herself fully, it creates a strong sense of inner peace, and that peace becomes visible to others. Men often find this incredibly appealing because it feels genuine and refreshing. In a world where many people feel pressure to appear perfect or constantly seek approval, a woman who is comfortable with herself stands out. She doesn't need to demand attention because her presence naturally attracts it. Her authenticity creates a sense of ease that makes people feel relaxed around her. Embracing feminine energy also means allowing moments of softness and warmth in conversations. It can be seen in a sincere smile, a thoughtful compliment, or the ability to show appreciation when someone does something kind. These small gestures make interactions feel meaningful and personal. This kind of energy encourages positive connections because it makes people feel valued and respected. When a man feels that warmth and authenticity, it often inspires him to respond with the same level of respect and care. Over time, this mutual energy can create a strong and balanced connection. In the end, embracing feminine energy is about being comfortable with one's true self. It means allowing personality, kindness, and confidence to shine naturally without forcing anything. Older women often understand this balance very well, and that genuine, relaxed presence can make them incredibly attractive in a way that feels both natural and unforgettable. So the next time you hear someone say that attraction is only about youth or looks, remember this truth: real attraction runs much deeper than that. Confidence, emotional intelligence, independence, playful mystery, and a warm feminine presence are qualities that naturally grow stronger with time. And when a woman understands how to carry these qualities with ease, she creates a kind of presence that people simply can't ignore. Many men are drawn to this energy because it feels real, calm, and refreshing. It's not about trying too hard or competing for attention. It's about knowing your value, enjoying your life, and allowing your natural charm to shine through in every interaction. The beautiful thing is that these qualities are not something you are born with or without. They grow through experience, self-understanding, and learning to appreciate who you truly are. When a woman stops chasing validation and starts embracing her authentic self, something powerful happens. She becomes more confident, more relaxed, and far more magnetic without even trying. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these qualities do you think makes the biggest difference when it comes to attraction? Do you believe confidence, emotional connection, or independence plays the strongest role? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your perspective might help someone else see things in a completely new way. And if you enjoyed this video and want more insights about attraction psychology and relationship wisdom, make sure you subscribe and stay connected. There are many more powerful ideas coming your way, and you definitely won't want to miss the next one.